Hi guys, so welcome to our team training tonight. I'm Susie. Obviously everyone knows me, but I thought I would take the time out tonight to add some value and to perhaps give you a few tips and stuff, especially when we're only just a few weeks away from Christmas. It's really exciting and it's also a really stressful time. I've had a few sort of takeaways from game plan, and over the last couple of weeks I've actually had some eye openers. So the first thing that I really want to tackle is time. I don't know how many of you, but if you could show me your hands or something, how many of you struggle with time, just finding time for the business? Yeah, absolutely, Max. I find I struggle with time as well. And it wasn't until last week that someone said something to me and it really struck a chord with me. And I thought, it's going to struck a chord with a lot of you. She said, sometimes when we either put all of our efforts into the business where we become obsessed with the business, or we don't put in much effort in the business and then we start to struggle and we don't see results. So I started off like that, where I didn't put in as much time as I would like to because I kept making excuses. I kept saying, well, my kids are sick, or, I don't have help, or, I'm not feeling well, I'm tired, I can't be bothered. Other excuses was like, oh, I don't know, my favourite TV show is on, I love my neighbours and Home and Away and MasterChef the block. Like, oh my God, I can't even keep up. I'm like 3 weeks behind Home and Away, like, believe it or not. But yeah, like it was just time that I was really struggling with in the business. So when my friend called me up on it and she said, look, it's either two ways about it. You can either put in the time into your business now if you want to succeed. However, you need to be careful not to become obsessed with the business. So as much as we love our business and we love the vibe and we love to see the results, that sometimes if we get to that point where we are successful in the business, other things are starting to struggle. And one of the things she said to me was that, if I put in all my time into this business because I want to reach the top pinnacle position in 12 months, I might not have the one person that I love the most standing there with me to celebrate the wins, because I've ended up putting all my time, all of my energy into the business that my family has gotten used to that. They've gotten used to not having me around. They've gotten used to, mummy's on a call, mummy's busy right now. Like, no, I can't talk to you. You've ended up pushing them away. So when you're up there on stage, you actually don't have your family or the people that you really want there to support you. So the one tip that she gave me was that the best thing that I could do right now is to learn to micromanage my time, because we want it all, don't we? We want the lifestyle, we want to be successful, we want that happy family, we want the house, we want, the travel, we want all of those things. But what is the point if you're going to lose everything, things that are important to you, just because you put in every single minute and hour of your day into the business? So one little tool that I've actually come across after I had that little bit of a brain snap with that was I actually printed off a weekly time manager. Now, this is a document that is in Kira's Westwick JP Freestyle in the files. You'll find that document. Please print it out. So on the last week of every month, I would print out 4 sheets of it. The idea is because it's 1 week. So there's 4 weeks in a month. So I would print out 4 of these sheets. Now, I work another job as well, so I get a roster on Sunday. So what I do is I put in all of so you can see some different colours as well. So can everybody see that okay? Okay, so you'll see it starts from 5 a.m. and finishes at 10 p.m. and you've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I put the date above each of them. Now, from 7 o'clock until 9:30 a.m. from Monday to Friday, I'm unavailable because I'm dealing with the kids. I've got breakfast, lunches, school run, kinder run, all that kind of stuff. You know, that's a block of time where I do not touch my phone. I have learned not to check my messages, check my emails, or touch my phone in the morning. It is hard. I've only done it for 1 week. But trust me, it was the best thing that I had to do, okay, because my kids know that I'm there and I'm present and I'm willing to talk to them and help them learn what to pack for your lunches and stuff, because family is valuable, right? Now, and you can see here on a Monday and a Tuesday, I've got some block of time. Now, my kids, 2 of them were unwell due to hay fever. So I can't exactly block in that time to do Juice Plus. It will have to be free time where if they're napping or they're happy to watch a movie or something, then yes, I can jump on my phone or jump on the computer and do some time there. So that is a chunk of time that I have free. And then from 2:30 till about 7 o'clock every night, it's school pickup, kinder pickup, you know, doing sport commitments with them, doing dinner, and all that kind of stuff, and putting them to bed. Between 7 and 8, they go to bed. So, and then you can see all my green is my dedicated business time. So I am actually kid free usually on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So there's about up to 4 hours that I can spend of a chunk time working on the business. So I find that this tool is actually really helpful. I can put in my shifts, I can put in the kids' sporting commitments. Now, the idea is that once you build in those little gaps into your weekly time manager, you actually start to see little pockets of time that you can actually use towards the business. Now, the key is to be strict with using your time manager. It is so easy to just go, you know, oh, you know what, like I can't be bothered, you know, I need some me time, I'm going to have a bath, or I'm going to watch my TV shows, or I'm going to go shopping and, you know, dream about this mimosa bag, what is it called, Mimco bag, you know, that you can dream about these things and stuff. But it's really important to recognize that the time could be used to actually build your business, to do customer care, to really build a solid foundation for yourself and your business, that in 12 months, 18 months time, you've got something to work with, and you know that all the hard work that you've put in now and over the coming months is going to pay off in the long run. So that is one of my most important tools, was learning to micromanage my time. Over the weekend, I don't know if some of you have seen some of my posts over the weekend. I barely did any business on the weekend. That was the first weekend I didn't do anything. And on Sunday night, I now like to do a reflection. So that is another little tool that I like to use as well. And you just share with your friends and family on Facebook and Instagram that you are reflecting on the week that you've had, and you're setting your intentions for the new week. So we know that our leaders are always saying, do not get attached to the outcome. Whatever your potential says, if they reject, you know, the opportunity or anything, you need to remember that they're not rejecting you personally. They're rejecting the opportunity. They're rejecting what's on offer. It's really important to understand that it's a no now, but it might be a yes in 3 months, 6 months time, 12 months time, you know, that we don't get attached to the outcome and we just go, okay, no worries, and move along, and you try it with someone else. So that is one thing. Customer care. So I know a couple of leaders are starting to touch base on customer care. And if I'm being honest, I've completely let my customer care slide. I don't know how many of you actually do customer care with your customers. Can I see a show of hands, or in the comments below? Do you do customer care with your current customers at all? No? So I've let mine slide. I used to send them like a little gift package. I used to send them, is everybody still hearing me okay? Yeah. So I used to send them a little gift box, and it would have like a sample of a shake if they ordered the capsules or the omegas or something like that. I would send them a sample of the shake with a smoothie recipe with it. I would send them about 2 or 3 different recipes. Sometimes like a bath soak and a little welcome card as well. It was really, really lovely, and I really have not done that in the last 6 months, and as a result I've lost 3 customers. So I really, really believe that when you continue to do customer care, you check in with them and you develop a system in place. So when you develop a system in place, it's really important that you can track somehow when your customers' orders are due, when their payments are due, when their shipment is due. The minute that you can do that, you can do that in your weekly time manager as well. You can even put it in a little side note here. I've got Kyla whose order is due next week, or blah, blah, blah. It's a reminder that you need to text them or send them a message and say, just to let you know your order is due next week. I'm just wondering how you're going with it. Is there anything I can help you with? Would you like to know some more tips, or, anything like that? Even suggest the 30 shakes as a trial pack. There's lots of little things you can do to let them know that you are always thinking about them, that you care about them and stuff like that. So with Christmas coming up, what I'm actually doing is I'm preparing little Christmas gifts for all of my customers, as well as a separate one for my team. So Christmas gifts can be really simple. It can be like a Christmas card saying Merry Christmas, include like a bath soak or bath scrub. There's a recipe in the JBT guide, so you can actually make them yourself and get little jars, and you can just post it out with them and say, here's a little gift, of my gratitude and all that kind of stuff. Really find something that lines in with your values. So at the moment, I'm doing a lot of gratitude practice and a lot of self-love. So a lot of my gifts and care comes from those kind of values. And you really want to just love on them where they're at the moment. Third thing, I've got my notes here, so I'm just making sure I don't go off track or ramble on too much. So my third thing was posting. So lately I've been coming up with a bit of a system with my posting. So every single day I would make at least 2 posts. Now I've linked my Instagram to my Facebook together because I found that I reached a lot more people that way. So even half my friends don't even have Instagram. They're at least going to follow my journey and be kept up to date going through Facebook because I've linked the 2 accounts together. Don't even start me on Twitter or LinkedIn. I just don't even know how to use those. So when you do your post, try and mix it up a bit. Like, don't always just stick to just the products, add value. You want to talk about, like for example, I've just done a post just before this call about finish this sentence, I am grateful for, because gratitude is part of our programs and stuff. So, and it's all about getting your friends and your acquaintances and people in groups interacting, because when you start to build the traffic feed on your post, that's where other people are going to see it. Because if no one likes your post, if no one's seeing them or anything like that, it doesn't show up in the newsfeed. So when someone comments on your post, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, always send them a thank you. Thank you so much for your love, which is what I say. Thank you so much for your love. I really appreciate it. I'm going to head over to your page and see what you're up to and start to build a connection from there, which we will cover in one of our blitz. Another post idea that you can do is that if you're cooking, so if you love cooking, that you actually do a live video of you making a recipe or making a smoothie. A lot of people love to see you being honest, genuine and raw, and actually watching you do these things rather than feeling like everything is generic. So it's really important that you share your journey, that you share what you love doing, and that you are adding value to someone's life. And try and be a little bit creative. You don't always need to use the post or the pictures that are provided to you in the groups, but use them as a guide and use it to create your own post as well, which is always fantastic because it will put you aside in a different category, and it's also part of you stepping up to leadership, that you are taking your business in your own hands and, you know, showing your own initiative with this. So really, really important that you understand that you are adding value to people's lives, and you're adding value onto your page as well. So I want to spend the next 20 minutes doing a quick blitz. So if you've got your pen and paper and your Facebook page, personal page open, that would be really handy. So I love doing a blitz. So I actually do a blitz probably twice a week. I would like to do more, but if I'm being realistic with my time, I can do twice a week. If I do more, fantastic. But the idea of the blitz is that you block out every distraction. So don't answer your phone from your hubby or your partner or anything like that. It's just for 20 minutes. Okay, like, you know, don't you know, you really need to be in the zone, and you really need to be in the business mode. Okay, so when I talk about switching my mama hat to my boss babe hat, wife hat and stuff, that this is the moment that you want to put on your boss babe hat and really you know, knuckle down in this business, because when you start to get yourself into the zone, then you will actually start to build some momentum and be like, oh yeah, I want to keep going, you know, but just be aware of the time. So for the next 3 minutes, I want you to go into your Facebook page. If you have trouble, put it in the comments below and I will do my best to help you out. So for the next 3 minutes, yes, darling. So for the next 3 minutes, I want you to find groups on Facebook that you are passionate about. Okay, so you find as many groups as you can. So for example, I'm a mama of 3, so I will search, like, you know, mama's groups, mother's group. In the search, you click enter, then it'll come up with like posts, people, links, groups and stuff. You want to click on groups. So once you've searching something that you're passionate about, whether it's travel, biking, running, surfing, hair, beauty, anything, you type it into the search bar, click on groups, and it will come up with so many groups that you can add yourself into the group. So that's what I want you to do for the next 3 minutes, is to find groups that you are passionate about and add yourself into them. I know that some groups will take time for admin to accept, and that's fine. But just for the next 3 minutes, find as many groups as you can and add yourself into them. And when you're done, put in the comments how many you've done so far. I'll be keeping an eye on the time. And any questions, just put it in the comments. Awesome. If anyone needs any help, just let me know and I can probably share my screen to show you what I'm talking about. How are you all going? Got 1.5 minutes. There you go. What do you do? Come here. No, sit down on the couch, okay? I'll be there with you in 10 minutes. How are we going? How many groups have we got? This is something that you can do over the rest of the week as well. You should be able to at least be a part of like 100 to 200 groups, even more over time. Not just all this week, fantastic if you do, but over time, you start adding yourself into the groups. And I'll go in detail about that in a minute. So have a type down which groups did you add yourself into. Was it a fitness? Was it beauty? Was it mums? Let me know which groups you added yourself into. Would love to see them. Okay, so the reason why I have asked you to do these things is because when you add yourself into the groups, these are opportunities, like little windows of opportunities for you to add value into the groups. So for example, where's my little notes here? Okay, so for example, in one of the groups, I'm part of like a Bali travel group because I love Bali. I would ask questions. Hang on a minute. We've got Whole Foods Mum, Whole Food Mum Australia, Real Food Mums. Oh, lovely. I love that. Thank you. So one of the things that I like to add value into groups is something that sort of trying to get a bit of an interaction going. So I will ask questions in the Bali travel group, you know, I'm heading to Bali in 6 months' time with my hubby. We're staying in Seminyak. What are your most recommended restaurants or, you know, day tours and stuff like that? And as we know, everyone loves to have an opinion. Whether we like it or not, everyone has an opinion. So they'll share their opinions in the comments and they'll say, you know, you need to go to West Saigon, you need to go to this, you need to go to that. And it's like, okay, so what I want you to do is that when you get yourself into the groups, that you start adding value. Have a business page. Does anyone know how to add groups on a business page? I wouldn't actually. My recommendation would be to do it from your personal page. However, you can recommend your business through connecting with people because you don't want to scare people away. I find that when people try to add themselves as a business person through some of their personal groups and stuff like that, quite often get rejected by admins just because they're more for socializing. So it's all about sort of being a little bit thrifty with our connections and conversations. So I hope that that's helped. But yeah, I'll probably have a look into that and see if there's a way around it. So where was I? So it's all about adding value into the group. So one of the mums groups I put in a few weeks ago, I was having a terrible time with my 2-year-old who was so divided. I've got 2 boys first and then I've got the girl. And she is nothing like my sons. She is just a whole nother species is what I tell people. Like, I'm sure she's not even human. So I will put a comment, a post on their page and be like, you know, who else has 2-year-olds who is so divine, so sassy and just so arrogant and blah, blah. What are your 5 top tips? And people will start to comment and it's like a community that's come together, which is what we are as a business. The community will come together and they'll start sharing their opinions. Now, you want to take all the positive opinions, not the negative naysayers, all the positive opinions, and you want to comment on their comment and say, thank you so much for that. Or, you know, thank you for sharing that tip. I would definitely give that a try. It's all about customer care as well. Even though they're not customers, they're still going to be a friend. Okay, so you thank them for their comment and you go and add them as a friend. Okay, I know it sounds really nerve-wracking and scary. I refused to do that technique in the first 6 months of my business, but that was where my business just did not go anywhere. As soon as I apply that technique where I made a post by adding value and getting some opinions, I thanked the positive ones for their comment, then I would add them as a friend and send them a personal message to say, thank you so much for that. Where did you find this restaurant, or how did you cope with the 2-year-old? All that kind of stuff. And you start to build a conversation. You're not talking about the product. You're not talking about the business opportunity. That comes way later. What you're doing is building connection and building a rapport with these people. You're building friendships. That was the biggest mistake I made in the business, was not building on my friendships, until my upline said to me, how about we just focus on building your friendships? I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm talking to people. Like, what do you mean? But what I found was that when I took a genuine interest in people and I build a friendship and I talk about everything with them, like I talk about, their travel plans. I talk about, how's your kids doing today? I know they were sick yesterday. Are they feeling better? I don't even talk about the products or anything. Okay, the more that I get involved in their life and take a genuine interest, they will soon take an interest in mine. And as soon as they learn that I run an online nutrition business, what do you do? I said, I'm a health coach, and I talk to people about, how to change their lifestyle into a much healthier and happier lifestyle. And, people, that's how I build my relationships and my friendships. So it's really important that you start to do that. Okay. So sometimes when we say, well, we don't want our personal page to have 500 friends that we barely even know. This is why I only add photos and values on my personal page and my Instagram that I'm happy for people to have a look at. Anything that is too personal or shit that I'm going through, I would actually talk to my friends via Messenger or face-to-face. I'm not going to put my negative shit for everyone out there to see, excuse my language, for everyone out there to see and to hear, because it doesn't line in with what I value. It doesn't line in with any of that stuff. If I do my reflection on a Sunday, then yeah, I might, talk about the shit that I've gone through. I'm so grateful, for, I don't know, my daughter having a 2-year-old tantrum the other day, because what I learned, because that's the positive spin on a negative situation. So we always want to try and be positive about things. We always want to, try and see things from a positive side, and being grateful about things as well. So I hope that has helped you guys. Whatever your interest is, whatever you like doing, your passion, just apply that technique to it. So now I want you to spend 3 minutes. How many people can you reach out right now about the product or the business? So I want you to do like a new reach out. People that you haven't spoken to in a while, could be friends, family, it could be people that have liked your post recently. I want you to reach out to them. I don't care how many you do, just put in the comments below how many you do, because yeah, that would be awesome. I want you to talk about Christmas coming up. So use some Christmas promotion, Christmas around the corner, still some time to shed some weight before summer. Who wants some extra cash for Christmas? Who wants a bonus for Christmas? Because we've got that 5-to-1 promotion with 5 new customers and 1 new teaming in a month. They can grab a $100 bonus. So think about different things that you can help people with. So the next 3 minutes, how many people can you reach out? So I'll give you 3 minutes. I'll show you an example of mine. One of the things that I did today was I spoke to this girl I haven't spoken to in ages, and she's pregnant with number 3. A friend of hers gave her a free packet of chews for her girls, and now her girls are going absolute mental, running out of the chews soon. So I just said to her, and I said, have you heard of the Healthy Family Starts program? Because It's the same thing as the free cheese. It's just about twisting the words. And she's like, no, what is that? And I said, well, if I could show you a way that you can get free cheese for your kids, and you also get to do a healthy family starts program that will help your family to start healthy lifestyle, would you be interested? And she was just on board. She just kept feeding into me and going, oh yeah, tell me more. Where previously I had spoken to her about it, I didn't mention the Healthy Starts program. I just said free cheese, you get a free program, and she was not interested. Okay, so really try and be really creative with your wording. You got 2 more minutes. And then we'll do one more task. I'm loving this group. Oh, 1 more minute. Is it just me, or does like time go fast when you're doing a team training call? Oh goodness. Bye. So let me know in the comments how many reach outs you did. It's okay if you did 1. It's okay if you did 2. How did we go? So I'm going to move on to the next task. So you can just do this in your own time as well. Do this every single day. If you can think at least 3 people, 4 reach outs. Fantastic. I love it. So if you can do at least 3 every single day and you're starting to build conversations, trust me, by the end of a week, you're going to have so many follow-ups that you can do just based on the reach out. And it's a cycle. You just do this every single week. So fantastic. Great. Okay. So another 2 minutes for your last task for today, tonight. I want you to find 10 posts on your newsfeed, whether it's Instagram or Facebook. So 10 posts that you can comment on. So one of the things, like for example, the post I did, finish the sentence, I am grateful for, and people make a comment. Another post could be someone's, needs help with breastfeeding or something, one of your tips, I've got sore nipples, oh my God. I would say, cold frozen cabbage leaves or something. So find anything you can comment on, just 10. Let me know when you've done it. I feel like I'm going a bit fast for everybody. It's probably my nerves. I hope everyone's finding this valuable. How do we all go? Really shouldn't take that long. It should be like really short comments. Because what happens when you start to comment on their stuff, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook or stuff, in the future, like the next day or the following day, more of their posts and stuff will start to pop up on your newsfeed. Because I actually found that, 100 people in my contact list never popped up on my newsfeed. Why? Because I wasn't having a conversation with them. I wasn't commenting or liking on any of that stuff, but it all comes down to not talking to them, not building a friendship with them. So as soon as I start talking to people, their stuff will start to pop up on my newsfeed, and then I will be up to date with things. So one of the things that I do every single day, I've now set a task that I go through my messenger, and all the contacts are in alphabet order. So you click on people. Kyla had this great tip, and I absolutely love this tip. I'm so grateful for that. So if you go into your messenger and you go into people, there's like an icon at the bottom of your phone, depends what phone you've got. Click on it and it's got people. It should come up in alphabet order. There'll be people you don't even know. There'll be people you didn't even know existed. People that you haven't seen in a long time, but you know them from somewhere. Whatever it is, I actually focus on one alphabet. So one day I would do just all the A's, and I would do all my reach outs. I'll click on their profile. I'll add them as a friend. If they're not shady or dodgy or anything, then I will add them as a friend, and I will start to like and comment them on their posts and stuff, and start to build a friendship with them. So you can do that through each of the alphabet as well, and then you can just do it again, because you find that you can do the follow-ups. New people get added in because you've added yourself to groups. So it's just a matter of just creating a cycle, creating a bit of a routine, and then you will get through them. Okay, so the last thing is I want you to find 10 posts that you can love on. Like or love, I prefer love because I love sharing love, but they cannot be the post that you just commented on. When you have done all that, put in the comments below that you have done it, and then I will share with you one more thing. How do we go? Oh my God, I feel like we're lacking interaction in here. Like, oh my God, it's too quiet. Oh my goodness. Done, awesome. Awesome, sounds good. What about you, Court? You done? Jess? Carla? Everybody done? Okay, so I want to spend the next 5 minutes. Fantastic, great. I want to spend the next 5 minutes. If you can, take yourself off mute, put your video on. Understandably, if you're breastfeeding Carla or whatever you're doing with Bonnie, I would love to see all your pretty faces, and I want to have a little bit of an interaction and just get sort of try and engage. What do you guys do currently to build your confidence in the business? That's okay. Completely understand. So what do you do? If you could put in the comments, actually, okay, that's fine. What do you do currently to build your confidence or self-belief in the business? So for me, I would actually watch some of the YouTube videos in the Juice Plus channel to build my belief around the system, to build my belief around the marketing, to build my belief around, just self-worth and beliefs and stuff and the product. what do you do? Is there a podcast? Do you watch the YouTube channels? Do you plug into training every week? Please tell me you do. Because it's so important to plug into training every single week. They've got so many people that they put on every single week just to add value. Just doing what I'm doing, just sharing tips, adding value, and you never know that something that I've shared with you, someone else has something completely different, because everyone's journey is different, right? So I really want you to think about where you want to be in the business in 12 months' time. Set yourself some realistic goals. Really important if you can do the weekly time manager. Like, I would love to see yours if you can send me messages or something, or put in our group chat or something, a copy of yours and stuff. If you want some help, I'm happy to help. Really try and set your intentions, okay, and just learn to micromanage your time. If you really want this business to work, you need to learn to put those things in place. And a lot of it is to do with organising your time, organising your resources, so scripts, marketing, prices, scripts for three-way calls, for business potentials. Really trying to organise it all. Once you get your head around it, it will just flow. It will become just really easy, because you know exactly what to say. You know exactly how to pick people's pain, and you know exactly what to look for. So I think I'm going to wrap it up. I hope that this has been helpful. I just love helping people. So thank you so much for jumping onto this call. And if you're watching the recording, then that's fantastic. I would love to see all of your interaction, and feel free to message me as well. If you are having trouble finding the weekly time manager sheet, it is in the JP Freestyle down in files, and it'll be under weekly time manager. So just print them out. 4 sheets on the last week of every month, so you are ready for the next month, and you set your intention, you've set your goals, you are going to do this, and you are going to smash out the rest of the year, okay? Because I want to see a bonus in everyone's bank account. All right, so I hope you all have a fantastic night. Thank you so much for jumping on, and I will speak to you all later. Bye.